Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome to our session on Krishna Katha by His Grace Deena Bandhu Prabhu. And we are very fortunate to have Baba with us today. And although he is having some health issues, he's kindly agreed to give us his valuable time. And that is most precious for all of us. So I would request all of you to please keep your videos on so that Baba can also see all the devotees who are present there. And it would feel like a class. So we'll start to thank Baba. Before that, let's all just put our videos on. There are 98 people here. There are 20 videos on. So come on. Okay, great. So let's welcome His Grace Deena Bandhu Prabhu. You can unmute yourselves and loudly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Baba.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, Baba.
Yes, Lord.
Loud enough?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody please mute yourselves so there's no disturbance. So we're very happy to be with all of you from Bhiwandi. We've never been there, but we've gone there by Zoom today. And it's a great honor that you have invited me today to speak about my favorite subject, Krishna Katha. So everybody please mute yourselves. So we're very happy to be here with all of you. And we're going to go to a very special place near Nandagram today. So I hope you all will enjoy, come along with us, relish, not enjoy, but relish. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Swaparandhikam Adhadanastranandantai Ridam Yache Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Padaham Bhujo Visyam Janmadandani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we offer our humble obeisances to all the wonderful Vaishnavas who come online tonight. Most of you, I think, are from Bhiwandi. And it's a great pleasure and great honor to be here with you all this evening. So in Nandagam, there's a very special place called Kadamba. Kadamba is a little far from the village. Because previously, Krishna was Vatsapal. He was taking out the calves. But after Gopastami, he began to take out the cows. When he moved from Kumar to Boganda age, then they gave him charge of the cows. Means he has to go far away from the village. So Terkadam is a little far from the village. Because previously he was taking out the calves, but then when they got a little older, all the boys began to tease him. Because this is the nature of little boys. They like to tease too much. So they were telling, you're a big man, you lifted Govardhan Hill. What is this? You're only taking out the cows. Why are you not taking out the cows? They began to tease him like this. So next morning, he wouldn't get up. He pulled his cover over his head. And Yasoda said, Lala, get up, Lala, come on, Lala. What's the matter, Lala? He would just shake his head. Finally, Mother Yasoda began to ask so many questions. Lala, you have a toothache, Lala? You have a toothache in your stomach? Anyway, anyhow, Mother Yasoda finally got it out of him. His mothers are very expert how to get the situation out of the little children. So he explained how everybody was teasing him because he's only taking out the calves. So then Yasoda Maya, she went to Nanda Baba and explained the situation. So Nanda Baba, he's just like Vasudev has got his guru, Gargacharya. Our Nanda Baba, his guru is Sandilya Rishi, the disciple of Gargacharya. So he went to Sandilya Rishi. Sandilya Rishi said, well, today is Gopastami. This is a very good day to give him charge of the cows, Gopastami day. We should have some function and give him charge of the cows. But Mother Yasoda wasn't agreeing. She would say, well, he'll go away in the forest. It may be too hot. There may be rain. There may be so many dangers. What will happen to him? So Nanda Baba began to think, well, actually, there's one black blanket. We call it Kali Kamri. It's very, very special. The threads going this way were woven by Lord Shiva. The ones going this way were woven by Indra. Very special. Anybody who wears that, he's not touched by hunger, thirst, hot, cold. No type of difficulty can bother. So Mother Yasoda agreed. But where did you get a Kali coming? Nanda Baba said, well, Vrishabhanu, he's got one. Somehow we have to get it from Vrishabhanu. Now, Nanda Maharaj is a king. Vrishabhanu is a king. It's not proper that one king beg from another king. How will we get this? So Sandhya Rishi said, all right, today we're doing this special puja of handing the cows over to Krishna. We'll tell that before we do this puja, we have to do Kanya puja. And best Kanya is Srimati Radharani. Then every puja there must be some dakshina. Then I'll get that Kali Kamri in dakshina. So everyone agreed. They went to Barsana. Vrishabhanu was very happy when he heard that they're going to give the cows over to Krishna. In order to do that, they have to do Kanya puja. And the best Kanya is Srimati Radharani. So Sandili Rishi, very nicely, he did this Kanya puja. Everyone was very satisfied. Very nice puja. Yes, yes. Vrishabhanu said, very nice puja. Nanda Baba said, yes, very nice puja. Sandili Rishi said, yeah, very nice puja. Yes, yes, very nice. Yes, yes, very nice. But what? Every puja must have some dakshina. Oh, you want silver? You want gold? You want pearls? You want diamonds? No, we don't want any of those things. We just need one Kali Kamri. Oh, I'll need the arrange to get one, to make one. No, we need it today. The one you already have, that's all right. That's perfect. So in this way, Sandali Rishi got that Kali Kamri in Dakshina. Now they went back to Nandagaon to hand over the cows to Krishna. So Mother Yasoda, she made a special function. Because in our Vedic culture, every change in the life, we have some sort of a function. Just like everything starts with the Vivaha sanskar, then there's so many other sanskars, Gatakarna sanskar, this sanskar, that sanskar. And one of those is birthday. Now, if you ask your old grandfather what they used to do on birthdays, and he will tell you that his mother used to do
Light went off, Baba?
yeah. So we have a special backup. So and nowadays we're forgetting our old Vedic culture. We're copying the West. When birthday comes, and there's cake and so many things. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. But since Srila Prabhupada has spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, everywhere I go, when the devotees do birthday, then they invite the devotees to come and do kirtan, and then there's some lecture, some harikatha. Then, of course, there's distribution of prasadam like that. Prabhupada is reviving our Vedic culture. So they made a very special function. In that function, Mother Yasoda, she gave Lala some shoes and an umbrella. And Lala said, Maya, what is this shoe and umbrella? What is this shoe and umbrella? Oh, Lala, now you're going far in the forest. There's so many thorns and stickers and rocks and things. So you'll need shoes. And it may rain, it may get too hot, the sun may be too hot. So many things, you'll need an umbrella. And Lala said, and Maya, and for my cows, you're going to give shoe and umbrella for my cows? Arey, Lala, why should I give shoe and umbrella for all your cows? You don't know, Maya? Cow is very sacred. Cow is very sacred, Lala? Yeah. Just like I live in the heart of all of my devotees, all the demigods live in the body of the cow. He's very special. Now you may have heard Nanda Baba, he has 9 lakh cows. Now you multiply that by 4 for 4 shoes for each one. Mother you said, Are Lala, where are you going to get so many shoes? And cow has no way to carry umbrella. We have to get people to carry umbrella. Where are you going to get all this? I'm not going to give cow an I'm not going to give shoe and umbrella to your cows. Then Lala, he handed those things back to Mother Yasoda and said, if my cow is going barefoot, then I'm going to go barefoot. If my cow is going without umbrella, then I will also go without umbrella. So Krishna walked all over this dust of Braj barefoot. In fact, when you come to Vrindavan, you see that all the sadhus, they wander around barefoot. They're hoping maybe there's one little speck that touched Krishna's lotus feet. I'll step in that. Oh, mera dar ho gaya. Very special dance. In fact, Sanatana Goswami explains in his Tika that when the cows heard that because of them, Krishna was going to go barefoot all over Braj, in the night, they went with their hard hooves and smashed all the rocks and stones and pebbles, everything into very fine dust. We call Braj Raj. Very sweet to walk on. We beg for those dusty roads. Nowadays, they're paving them all over. But when we're on Prikama, we beg to find one of those dusty roads where we can walk. So we used to love that. But now, just like the Prikama Marg is completely paved over in Vrindavan. Now you can go on Prikama with cars and trucks and rickshaws and motor cars and so many things. Beep, beep, Old days used to be so sweet, walking around Vrindavan in this dust. In some places we have red chandan dust. Some places they're regular chandan dust. In fact, there's one place the dust is so nice. Just near Unchagaon, if you go down the road beside the canal, instead of turning right over the bridge to go to Unchagaon, you turn the other direction. You find some dust that is so sweet and soft. I call it the Johnson & Johnson baby powder rush. It is so soft and light. In fact, whenever I take Radhanath Swami there, he puts on a mask, like everybody's wearing masks these days. He puts on a mask. He says, for external use only. So fluffy. Johnson & Johnson baby powder rush. So we just beg for those old paths and just so relishable to walk with your bare feet on these soft roads of Braj. So now it's after Gopastami. Krishna takes all the cows to Tergadam, away from the village. And Krishna, we just heard Nanda Baba has 9 lakhs of cows. And they're basically divided into 4 groups: white cows, black cows, reddish cows, and yellowish cows. And then there's 25 subgroups, means 100. Then there's 8 special groups. Those that are little spots, those with big spots, those that are colored like chandan. One cow I went to see called Gomuki, has a face like a cow. Mridangamukhi, excuse me. face like a cow, face like a mridanga. I still want to see that cow. Hmm? Another one called Singamukhi, face like a lion. I'm not sure I want to see that one at all. So 108 groups. And he goes up to the cowherd fields. And he comes to Terkadam. And first thing, now why is this called Terkadam? Because in Brijbhasa, Ter means to call. Sri Krishna comes with all the cows and many of the cowherd boys to Terkadam. Then he sees that not all of the boys are there. So Krishna has a very special mobile phone. Just like our phone has got number from 1 to 0. But Krishna's number is only 0, 0, 0, 0. Look, there's only 0, 0, 0, holding. And Krishna is our only hero. So he plays on his flute to call all the cowherd boys. Oh, Sridama, Sudama, Vasugama, Soka Krishna, Madhumanga, please come. Let's manage the cows and play. So then all the cowherd boys, they don't have special mobile phone like Krishna, just with their own echo sound voice. And they call out, we're coming, we're coming. And even our Terkadam Baba, he's learned a little bit of Russian. Yedu, 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 we're coming, we're coming. So then somewhere in the Kunj, beautiful Kunj is there with dungar trees bowing down to the ground. It's like we go to Terkadam, Baba has made an arrangement, 108 pillars and little rods in between them to hold up all the trees. So we sit in one kunj with Sri Krishna and Balaram at Terkadam, one big kunj. So some are in the soft sand chanting, some are dancing, some are doing their bhajan. There's a kunj, so some are doing their swimming. Like this, everyone's having a wonderful time. So, about noontime, and then what they do is they all have their little lunch bags. So they tie their lunch bags in those dungar trees. This is Krishna's fridge. Because the leaves, they water from them, water evaporates, and evaporation causes cooling effect. So everyone hangs their bag in a tree, and this keeps it cool. This is Krishna's fridge. But they look around and nobody sees Krishna. How can they sit down and eat without Krishna? So all the cowherd boys, they all get together and they call out very loudly, "Oh Krishna!" Everyone chant, "Oh Krishna! Please come. We're all very hungry. Come take your lunch." And Krishna calls out, "Yedu, Yedu, I'm coming, I'm coming." So then all the cowherd boys sit down and in a big circle around Krishna. And everyone says, "No, Krishna's going to sit next to me. No, no, Krishna's going to sit next to me. No, 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 Krishna's going to sit next to me. No, 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 Krishna's going to sit next to me." And then suddenly everybody sits down and they see that Krishna's sitting with them and no one else. It's very special. And they begin to take their lunch. The Marumangal, he takes one of his sweets, one of his laddus, and he takes a bite. Oh, so nice laddu. And he gives it to Krishna. Here, you take. Just see how nice laddu my Maya made. And Krishna takes that eaten laddu and he takes a bite. Oh, your mother, very nice laddu maker. Yes, very nice laddu maker. So, now did we learn that in our Bhakta class? That we take a bite of something and hand it to a friend? And Krishna is not an ordinary friend. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we find that the pujari is eating the Mangalarti sweets before they're offered at Mangalarti, then we'll take a stick and chase him out of this temple. That's why Lord Brahma, he became bewildered. Because the people of Braj, they don't know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. They only know Krishna so wonderful. And they just love Krishna. That love is so powerful. This is Yogamaya. One is Mahamaya, who takes us away from Krishna, or tells us that there's no such thing as Krishna. And one is Yogamaya that covers Krishna. And we think he's just an ordinary boy, but he's so wonderful. He's so wonderful. This Braja Prem is a great mystery. Even Brahma, he saw things like this. He became bewildered. Not easy to understand. Only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we're beginning to try and understand. And Mother Mangal teases Krishna. He takes a laddu and pushes it in straight into Krishna's mouth. He said, take it, take it. And they're all laughing and joking, having fun like this. So then, Krishna, he's only half full. Because without makan, without butter, how can he be satisfied? But now they're out in the jungle. There's no makan in the jungle. Makan is in the village. Every day the gopis are making their butter. And within their hearts, they're just thinking, when will Krishna come and steal my butter? Not steal. They know Krishna's doing. They want him to come. This is their hope, that Krishna will eat my butter. So Krishna's worshipped as Makan Chor. But that's in the village. These pastimes are village pastimes now. They're out in the jungle. So Krishna takes his flute and he calls. Oh, Lavlita, Visakha, Champakalata, Tungavidya, come, bring some butter quickly. And all the gopis immediately fill their pots and they come running to the forest. And they're looking for Krishna. Nartam Baba is there. Puja is there. Jayasri is there. Himali is there. Where is Krishna? This is like Banki Bihari Darshan. Then they pull open their saris. And they don't have mobile phone like Krishna. They have their own echo sound voice. They say, oh, Krishna, come get your butter. We brought butter for you. And Krishna calls out, Idu, Idu, because he's the backside of the forest. They can't find him. So he comes there. Now is another problem. How is Krishna going to eat the butter? In the village, there's nice cups and bowls, katoras and bowls and things. Out in the forest, what is he going to eat? How is he going to eat this butter? So the kadamba trees, they make little leaf cups. Even to this day, every once in a while, they make one leaf cup. If you ask Baba, he has some couple dried ones that he keeps to show you. Because Kadamba leaf is just like a hand, completely flat and tapering like a little hand. But sometimes it makes a little leaf cup like this, even today. So then Krishna takes his butter in his leaf cups. Now they continue. So another reason it's called Ter. Even the gopis are calling Krishna. Ter Kadam. So toward the end of the day, we called Goduli. Because at that time of the day, just when we're doing that 4:30 Uttapan Arti, it's called Goduli. Because now the cows are coming home and they kick up a lot of dust, and that dust makes a big cloud in the sky. And when Nanda Baba and all the residents of Nandagam see that cloud, they know, oh, now Krishna is coming. So there's a very special Kadamba tree. And Krishna climbs at that Kadamba tree and he plays on his flute to call all the cows to, now it's time to come home. Now we just heard there's 108 groups of cows, and Krishna knows all of them. They all have names according to their colors. So all the cows, they hear Krishna's flute. Their big ears get very nice and big, even bigger. And the eyes get very big and they come running to Tirkadam. And Krishna has a special jeweled japa mala. Just like we've got our mala with 12, with 108 tulsi beads. Krishna's got a special japa mala with 108 jewels, different jewels. And Krishna counts one jewel and he touches 1 liter of all the 108 groups on the nose. And then once he sees if all the 108 groups have come, he sees if anybody's missing. And I said he knows all their names because their names are according to the colors. Just like the black cows are called Daval. But Daval means white. Davali. But Brijbhasa, we don't like words with a sharp V in it, Davba. So we changed it into L. Becomes finally Doli. And there's Moti, Pearl, and Mogra, Jasmine. So many different names like this. He knows all the names. All the white cows have nice names like that. But then there's the black cows, Kali. But like I said, we change R's and L's around, so we say Kari. So Shambhala, Shamangi, Krishangi, so many names for all the black cows. In fact, amongst the black cows, we find Kalindi, Jamune. Because if you've ever been to Prayag, where Ganga and Muna meet, then you'll see Ganga is coming in very light golden color. And Jamuna is coming very, very black, dark, deep color. And at the Sangam, you can actually see them mixing. So Jamuna is in the blackish cows. Then there's the yellowish cows. Pili, Pitambari, so many names like this. And Ganga, as we just told her, Ganga is golden. Ganga, all names like these. Then there's the reddish cows. We don't see the Saraswati River anymore, but from Shastra we learn that she was flowing in a reddish color. So Saraswati is in the reddish cows, along with Lali and Kumkumi and Sinduri, all different names like that. She knows all their names. Mridangamukhi, Singamukhi, Kapilgai, he knows all their names. So he sees that if any cow is missing, then he climbs back in that Kadamba tree and he calls it by name. He calls it by name. Now all the cows heard Krishna's flute. They all know that it's time to come home. But some of them know one more thing, that if they don't come, Krishna will call by their own name with his own lotus mouth. Just imagine. Can you imagine Krishna calling your name with his own lotus mouth? Onartam Priya, Himali, Jayasri, Komal, Puja. Who else is there? I can't read without my glasses. So all he calls their names. And the cows, their ears flop down like this. But as soon as they hear Krishna calling their name, oh, their ears go up like this to catch all of that nectar. And when it overflows, it doesn't overflow from the top, it overflows from here. And then the cows come running with their feet stretched forward and backward, and then together, forward and backward, and then together, forward and backward. And meanwhile, look bag is going ka-choon, 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 ka-choon. And all the cows are going, as they all run to Tirkadam to go home. So in this way, this beautiful place became known as Tirkadam. For calling cowherd boys, for calling gopis, for calling Krishna, for calling cows. So many of these are Tirkadam. It's still one of the nicest unspoiled places in Braj. And there we find the bhajan place in the modern times of Srila Rupa Goswami. And you don't dare say bhajan kutir. Rupa Goswami wasn't living in a kutir with AC like you in your apartment. He was living under the trees. So this is the bhajan place, bhajan stali of Rupa Goswami. And he used to sit under that very kadamba tree and write so many literatures. So many wonderful books were written in Tirkadam. They may have been started somewhere else, but they were at least continued, or some of them were finished. I've heard from old sadhus that he finished Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu in this place. You know, nectar devotion. At the very end, there's a verse that is such and such day, of the such and such half, of such and such month, and such and such year, and I'm sitting under a kadamba tree finishing this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So many scholars and acharyas believe that this was finished at Tirkadam. And we know that he wrote 2 dramas. Originally it was supposed to be 1 drama. He started that in Orissa, in Puri. that we find in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hmm? Hmm? But when he got to Satyabhamapur, she told him, don't take Krishna out of Braj. Make two. So we have, for Braj we have Vidagdha Madhav, and for Dwarka Lila we have Lalita Madhav. So he started that in Puri, but I've heard from many old sadhus that he finished here, many other books. And Rupa Goswami, while he was sitting under that tree writing, whenever he would write about the separation of Radha and Krishna, oh, all the leaves on that tree would fall down just like tears. It would become leafless. And when he would again write about the union of Radha and Krishna, oh, then fresh new leaves would come and fresh little buds would come. And didn't matter what season. Just like now the season is finished for Kadamba flower. It begins in June, and when there's some rain, then they again another bloom. The Kadamba flowers are very special. It's not one flower. It's a whole group of flowers in a little ball. Yellowish color, just the color of Srimati Radhika. And for the Kadamba tree, is a representative of Srimati Radharani. And Tamal tree, because the wood is very black and it's always twisted, that is a representative of Krishna. Because the gopis, whenever they're looking for Krishna, they're crying and running with tears in their eyes. They just see something black and crooked, and they embrace the Tamal tree. The flowers are the beautiful little, so many flowers. Actually, in Sanskrit, kadam means group, samu. So, I forgot the name, kadamba, because it's a whole group of flowers. And this is the time of year, just in June and July, they come. But no matter what season it was, when Rupa Goswami would write about the union of Radha and Krishna, then fresh leaves, little buds will come, little flowers will come. A beautiful fragrance. Every day during the season, Terkadam makes beautiful Kadamba garlands for our Krishna and Balaram. Here's little Krishna and Balaram. They're just sitting under the tree with us here in Terkadam. Very special place. So, one very special pastime happened. There was one time, Srila Rupa Goswami, I think is his appearance or disappearance is coming. Something's coming in a few days. He was thinking that my older brother, Sanata Goswami, he was staying in Pavansarovar. Sanata Goswami is the eldest of all the Goswamis. So he was thinking, I would like to offer something nice to my older brother. But even now, 500 years later, if you go to Terkadam, there's nothing there. It's just jungle. Where is he going to find something nice? There's no Govindas, there's no Bharati foods, no MVT restaurant. Where is he going to find something nice? But he was feeling like that. So then, while he was feeling like that, suddenly a very young girl appeared on the scene in the forest. She was so charming, so beautiful, golden complexion, and beautiful black choti braid, and lotus petal eyes. It's so soft and so sweet. Now, Rupa Goswami, he was never attracted by anything in this material world. Huh? But when he saw this girl, he became completely bewildered, seeing her beauty. And she said, Baba, Baba, there was a wedding in the village today, and there was some kheer left over. So my mata told me to go give it to some Baba doing bhajan in the forest. So she handed this little pot of kheer to Rupa Goswami. Now our Indian girls, especially village girls, they're very, very, very shy. She's all alone in the forest. Some strange Baba is there. She just put that pot in his hand, and ding, 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 ding. She ran back to Nandagaon. Rupa Goswami looked at this kheer. This was not ordinary kheer. We put a little cashew and kishmis and some cardamom, and we think, oh, we get nice kheer. But in Braj, when we want to make kheer, we know how to make really nice kheer. With kesher, what do you say, saffron and chironji, little seeds, and makana. You know makana. You can make a kadasi sweet rice with makana, actually. You just put the little makana balls in the milk, and first you cook down the milk a bit, then you put the balls in and you cook it around, and they all melt together, and you get the special kadasi kheer. So everything was there. I said, wow, this is so nice. Let me go offer this to my brother, Sanatana Goswami. So he ran to Pavan Sarovar. He said, Baba, Bratra, oh brother, I brought you some nice kheer. And Sanatana Goswami, he looked at this kheer, not ordinary kheer, where he got this in the middle of the forest. So he asked, and he began to describe, oh, this beautiful village girl came, beautiful lotus petal eyes, beautiful golden color, long black choti, so soft and so sweet. And she said there was a wedding in the village and some kheer was left over, and her mata told her to give it to some Baba, and I brought it here to you. Sanatana Goswami said, wedding? I don't know any wedding in the village. Because all day long the villagers come and they tell Sanatana Goswami everything. He was very dear to the Brishvasis. They would come that, oh, so-and-so plowed his field, so-and-so planted this, so-and-so got married, so-and-so had a baby, so-and-so died. He knows all the things going on in the village. He's very dear to the Brishvasis. They all come, oh, Baba Gosai, oh, Baba Gosai. When he would wander from village to village, he would come into the village, and all the older villagers, they would pat him on the head. Oh, my dear son, why you were away from us for so long? Those were equal embrace. So, oh, my dear brother, why did you stay away for so long? Those who were younger would bow down and touch his feet. Oh, uncle, why did you stay away for so long? And they would sit down and sit with Rupa Goswami. He would give them practical advice, how to cure their different diseases, not just spiritual instruction, but he would give every evening, of course, was spiritual instruction. Could he tell them how to cure the disease? What's the best crop to plant next season? All the practical advice he would give them, wonderful advice. And in the evening, Hari Katha and Hari Kirtan. So he knows everything. There's no wedding in the village today. What did this girl look like? He said, oh, she was so soft and beautiful, golden color, and eyes like lotus petals. It's so sweet. Then Sanatana Goswami got some doubt in his heart. And he touched the sweet rice. Oh, his whole body began to shiver. Tears were coming from his eyes. He could barely speak. He was trembling so much. Then they both realized, oh, it must be Radharani. It must be Radharani. And they began to cry. Because all day long we're chanting Hare Krishna, that Radha and Krishna let us serve you. And they have taken service from Radharani. They began to cry and mixed with their tears. They ate this wonderful sweet rice. Even today, there's a little girl named Radha who lives in the village of Nandagan. And every day she cooks kheer for Rupa Goswami. Yeah? And Baba is very happy to distribute that kheer to whoever comes. Especially if you come in a big group, we should let him know ahead of time so he can make arrangements. So you make a that he distributes that kheer to all the villagers. So this place is so sweet. One of the last unspoiled places in Braj. They ruined a little bit. The kund was very sweet and nice, but they made a monster kund and bulldozed all the trees and everything to do it. Of course, they're planting some trees, but it was so nice before. It's still very nice. And there you hear the peacocks crying. Meow, meow, meow. And you hear the kokila singing. And there's a little water, we call it jalmurgi, waterfowl. They wander around the kund. They have nice starched white shirt and black coat, and they wander around the kund. Then they sit in one corner and go. But if two of them meet while they're walking around the kund, then sound is almost inimitable. Walk, 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 walk. We used to go to sleep in Vrindavan listening to the peacocks calling. One would start at a tree over here, meow. Then another one over here, meow. Then another one behind, meow. Another one over here, meow. Only in the middle of this lockdown, we started to hear peacocks again. Otherwise, we don't hear anymore. But there in Terkadam, it's so sweet. And the doves are cooing, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. And then around Gorpurnima time, they change their tune. Sri Gaur, Sri Gaur, Sri Gaur. So sweet, nice place. So many wonderful pastimes, unlimited pastimes that happen here. So we'll conclude our talk for today. If anybody has any question, I can try to answer them for you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Baba. Thank you very much, Baba, for taking us to Vrindavan and transporting us to Vrindavan by your wonderful Krishna Katha. We really miss you a lot. We're not able to come to Vrindavan because of this lockdown, but thank you for giving us your association online.
It's wide open right now. Nobody even wears masks anymore.
So if anyone has any questions, if you want to ask anything, you can raise your hand electronically, or you can even unmute yourself. You're allowed to unmute yourself now.
Muted me, okay.
So if anyone wishes to speak, they can unmute themselves. If you have any question, you can raise your hand also. So Baba, what would be, like till someone asks a question, what would be the best way to celebrate Janmashtami for devotees?
Best way to celebrate Janmashtami is with lots of kirtan. Huh? Lots of kirtan and fasting to the midnight. And then some temples wait all the way to the midnight. We, of course, do it about 10 o'clock. We have wonderful Abhishek. We do Abhishek of Radha and Krishna. In fact, we let our donors come and we take their kalashas and dump them in the conch shell and pour them over Radha and Krishna. It's so sweet. This is the best way. With Abhishek, Kirtan, and of course, Prasad. Unfortunately, the heavy feast is the next day. At night, we just take a Kadasi break fast. And next day, we have wonderful feast of all wonderful preparations that Krishna likes, puris and paneer sabji and pakoras and samosas and so many things. That's the best way, lots of kirtan.
Thank you, Baba.
There's no questions? I put everybody to sleep?
No, Baba, there are a lot of messages on the chat box. Everyone is thanking you and they're offering their obeisances onto you.
Okay, without my glasses, I can't read.
I just want to thank Baba for lovely virtual tour. When we closed our eyes, actually we were really feel like we were looking at the scene in real sense, and that was really nice. And what we can say is just we offer our senses and make a pranam to you to give us such a virtual tour and beautiful discussion on the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Thank
This
you so
is
much.
my humble service to all of the Vaishnavas to make sure that no one ever forgets Vrindavan.
Baba, Vararupa Mataji is writing in the chat box. Thank you for taking us back to the good old days of Braj. So Baba, we request you, we have 2 more Sundays before Janmashtami, 2 more Saturdays before Janmashtami. If you could give us your association for the coming 2 weeks also, then that would be very grateful of you.
All right, I'll discuss and see my schedule.
Yes, Baba.
It sounds all right to me. I'm totally bored stiff, no prickamas, begging for people to come and keep me engaged.
Some devotees are writing, we are missing Vrindavan badly now after hearing from you.
I'll come before any other craziness starts, and we'll go on Prikama. We'll go to these places. And that was such a wonderful place, just by hearing the names of the devotees, by even seeing the places, by walking on the dust of this place. Ordinarily, we take our vacuum cleaner or our broom and we sweep all the dust out. But we want this dust of Vrindavan. It's so powerful just by touching it. One becomes purified. Krishna himself, Sanatana Goswami says, even in Vaikunt, Lord Vishnu is wearing slippers. We never see Lord Vishnu without his slippers. But here, the Supreme Personality of God walked all over this dust with his own lotus feet. Is mixed with Krishna's lotus foot dust.
There is one question, Baba. Shilpa Mataji has raised her hand. You can unmute yourself, Mataji, to ask. Hare Krishna. Shilpa Mataji, would you like to ask? I think it was by mistake, Baba. But there are a lot of comments, Baba, on the chat box. This is Shamalangi, missing your visit to Dubai. Love to hear the birds and cow sounds from your lotus mouth. Then Jyoti Krishnan is saying, thank you, Baba. It was wonderful, Krishna Katha.
Is Dubai open yet?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept humble obeisances.
Oh, now what voice I can figure that.
This is Shamalangi. I remember you
Alright.
told me once that this is one of Krishna's cow's name.
Yeah, yes. Uh-huh.
Actually, Prabhuji, the flights have just opened only from yesterday, but it's only for residents, not for visitors.
Achha.
Yeah, just opened only yesterday for residents finally.
So if you want, Baba, we can conclude.
Okay, we'll conclude here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Shri Vrindavan ki
Jai.
Jai. Srila Prabhupada, revealer of the holy Dhamma.
Jai.
His Grace Deena Bandhu Prabhu ki. Let's thank Deena Bandhu Prabhu by proudly chanting Hari Bol. All of you please unmute yourselves.
Bol, bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Thank you all so much, participants.
Thank you.
Sitting
Haribol.
Haribol. Barely Anamika.
Jai
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.